I've made a dog bolt holder that I put on the marketplace as a custom item, and it already got me orders. The holder makes me a good profit, but today I'm going to use this momentum and make a cat or small dog version that will be both easier to make and bring a bigger profit. Let's get started. This is only going to take a 2x4 and not even most of it, plus about 15 by 8 inches of plywood. For whatever surface you want really, it could be a glue up, a thin down 2x10, anything works here. Be creative. I'm taking 40 inches off my 2x4 and for the rest I'll turn it into 2x2s. I don't even need half of those 2x2s, but I plan to get orders on this too, so that's not a problem. On the table saw, remove the edge from the nicest side, then from that side on the fence, make two 2x2s at 1.5 inches. While on the table saw, resaw the 40 inches part into two 1x4s. I do it in 2 runs, flipping the board between cuts, keeping the same face against the fence. Now back to the miter saw, it's pretty simple to get all the parts ready. I'm going for 15 by 8 inches of surface, which I came up with by aligning the bowls on a table and playing around with a tape measure. Since the legs are 1.5 inches wide, we remove 3 inches from both of those sides of the 1x4s, so cut 2 at 12 inches and 2 at 5 inches. With the 2x2, I'm going by eye here, comparing it to the 1x4, and I ended up with about an inch more than the width of the 1x4. Cut 4 of those. For the last time on the table saw, I'll do my top right now with plywood at 15 by 8 inches. I added about 1/8 of an inch on the cuts because it looks much better when there's more on this build than less. When there's less, you can see the legs from the top and it looks bad. Get the sanding done right now and everything nice and smooth. Don't sand the ends of anything except the legs. You don't want to ruin the glue surfaces. For the top, I like giving it a chamfer and killing the corners, making it safer for the animals. For all the 1x4s, add pocket holes, 2 per side on the back, of course, the part where you resawed if you did that too. Find the center point of your top, then split the sides in half and use those as center point. This is where the circles for the cat bowls will be. Make a template on something like a 1/4 inch MDF first so you don't ruin your top with a too loose or a bad hole. Once you're satisfied, get it done on your top. I use the jigsaw and my sander to get it nice. If you like this build so far, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Thanks to all subscribers. Now for this part you might need to improvise, use paint as a template or even chisels, but I'm using my laser engraver, my 45-watt dial laser from Recreate, which will give me a nice deep and dark engraving as you'll see. I decided on cat paws for the two sides and a name for the front. I wanted a nice name that works in English and French, as I sell in the French market and you're all watching in English. So this fake cat name is going to be Muffin. Of course, having a custom name engraving is a huge selling point for this item, but I think making cat paws on the side with paper printer cutout and paint is pretty simple, and it would be enough to get some sales. To send the heat marks around the engraving, as I'm going real hard at 100% power, I just use a piece of sandpaper like this glued onto a piece of MDF, which sands it flat and avoids sanding into the engraving. Before assembly, so it has time to dry while I work on other stuff, I painted the top and inside of the top black. And I'll give everything, including the legs, a finish all at once later. Assembly is typical pocket hole stuff, but I'm using a piece of 1/4 inch MDF to offset, which as you can see I almost forgot to put. Raising with the 1/4 inch MDF gives a nice style, I think, and it's super simple to do. Screw all the pocket holes, adding glue first, and clamping nice and straight. Start with the small size because once you're assembling them together, it'll be real tight in there. I align the longer parts by hand on the flat surface, making sure all along that it's flat and not wobbly. Once your top is dry, add glue around the base, making sure to put more in the corners and clamp the top onto it. You'll do some marks in the paint, but I always give a quick second coat before finishing, which makes the black nicer anyway. For a finish, I use this water-based finish and give it 2 coats, sanding between each. I'm going to post this on the marketplace right away and hopefully get the same kind of attention or better than the big dog version, because this one is seriously quick to make and is almost all profit. Thanks for watching, good luck getting going with sales if you try, and see you next time.